They say you don't need a big audience, fancy funnels, or paid ads. Just a simple system, a clear offer, and the right platform. That's the promise behind Kourse, a coaching program built to turn creators into course sellers. But does it live up to the hype, or just sounds good on paper? Kourse is Max Perzon's answer to the modern creator's problem. How do you actually turn content into income without ads, burnout, or getting stuck on tech? The offer? A full blueprint for launching your own info product, growing an audience around it, and using platforms like School and Go High Level to build a subscription-based business. The big promise is simplicity. No fluff, no endless tutorials. Just one system built to scale. There's coaching, a community, daily support calls, and it's all packaged inside a private school group where everything's step by step. On the surface, it sounds clean and focused. But now let's take a closer look at what you actually get once you're in. Also, don't forget to see the link in the description and discover one of the greatest opportunities in our generation. It's perfect for anyone looking to make real money online. Go check it out and thank me later. Once you're in, the structure kicks in fast. Kourse walks you through the full process, from picking a niche and creating your offer to building content that pulls people in and setting up systems to sell it. You're not just getting theory here. The training is mapped out in modules, each with real-world action steps and walkthroughs. You also get access to tools most people usually pay extra for, like Go High Level for automations and School for your community and course delivery. That alone saves you some setup headaches. Daily coaching calls are baked in too. You can drop questions, get feedback, and see what other members are doing. So even though it's a digital course, it doesn't feel passive. It's guided, interactive. You're building alongside other creators. But all that structure, it only matters if people are actually getting results. So let's talk about that. One of the best ways to start getting real results online, even as a complete beginner, is with my top recommended program. You can find it using the link in the description. The reviews are loud and mostly glowing. On Trustpilot, Kourse has a near-perfect rating. People call it clear, actionable, and say it actually helps them get moving. Some mention hitting $1,000 to $10,000 in sales after just a few months. Others point to how fast they got their first real community off the ground. For beginners especially, the hand-holding seems to matter. But there are gaps. A few users mention delays in support or mixed results, depending on how fast you implement. And while the testimonials are strong, most of them live inside the Kourse ecosystem. You won't find as many independent takes floating around, at least not yet. So it's clearly working for some. But is it bulletproof? Let's talk about where things get a little darker. First, there's no upfront pricing. If you want to know how much Kourse costs, you have to book a call. That doesn't mean it's a scam, but it does mean you're stepping into a sales process before you know the numbers. For some, that's fine. For others, it's a red flag. Second, this isn't magic. The promise is simplicity, sure, but you're still going to need time, effort, and consistency to make it work. You're creating content, engaging a community, building a brand. None of that happens overnight. And finally, if you're already experienced, you might find some of the early modules a bit basic. Kourse is definitely built for beginners to intermediates. If you've already launched offers before, this might feel more like reinforcement than revelation. Now, let's bring it all together. If you're on the fence about Kourse, take a breath. It's solid. But if you're just starting out, there's something I think is better suited for beginners. I dropped a link in the description to a program that's more affordable, easier to follow, and skips the whole sales call process. It might be a smoother starting point, especially if you're building from zero. If this breakdown helped, hit that like button with passion, subscribe, and drop a comment with what you want reviewed next. Stay smart. Stay sharp. I'll see you in the next one.